Well, we've got a lot of work to do in 2 weeks, and so as we look at where we're at and evaluate the numbers we have, I think there's obviously some need at offensive line because of as many guys as we have on scholarship. I think defensively, the defensive front and some linebackers, and really guys who are going to come to Michigan and understand the value of a degree and have a passion to play. But those positions are ones that are very key to us. Well, it's a third of the football game, and it's really the part of the game where your team is together, because you grab guys from offense, you grab guys from defense to play together. You also have the field position ramifications that can happen with good special teams coverage, returns, how you punt the ball, and then obviously you want to be able to get points whenever you get in those red zone areas. You'd rather have touchdowns, but you got to be able to put the ball through the goalpost. Well, I've always thought that there are guys of high character, guys of integrity, guys who want to play for Michigan and be a team, and those are the characteristics that we're looking for, and the guys that we're going to recruit, and the guys that we want representing this great tradition and this great program. Passion, toughness, and someone who gives unbelievable effort. I don't know. I've thought about that a little bit. It's something that I'm not made a decision on yet, but we'll sit down as a staff. There's obviously some of those great players, former players who played in this tradition, and I'll bounce it off of a lot of people before I make a decision. I've always believed that your senior class, they are the guys that are going to be the representatives, but I think it's so important to define who the leaders of that football team are, and it's going to be those kids making those votes, and I think it's important to have those captains in place. Oh, just the pride, and pride in ownership, pride in who we are, and pride in what we represent. Oh boy, it probably would be that great snow game, that down there in Columbus, and I think it was in Columbus, and that football game. But just the rivalry. I think the rivalry of Michigan and Ohio. I mean, that's as good as it gets. I don't think so. I think you come in with a plan of how you want to operate as a football team, and how you want to do things to help these kids improve from an academic to a social to how we play the game and how you develop them. So, it's obviously the expansion, I think, has been positive for the Big Ten, and you get a tremendous football team in Nebraska and all the tradition that they have. So I think it obviously strengthens the conference, but at the same time, we're going to do the things that we do for Michigan football. I think looking them in the eye.
You can tell everything you need to know right from
the Well, you know what? I don't know if you can tell everything, but you get an idea for probably the self-confidence that a guy has in who he is. Well, I think just, you know about the Michigan tradition, about the legacies, but I think the affirmations of being here for 8 years and the guys who surround this program and the guys who play in this program and what Michigan football means on a national scale, I think that's kind of the affirmations that I learned 8 years ago.